Hello there, welcome back. And now in this tutorial, we'll see how to use layers object in Plexus 2. Let me create a new comp, a new solid, and let me create a new camera, and let me create Plexus. Now, in the add geometry in the Plexus toolkit, make sure to add layers object. Now, this used to be the lights object back in version 1. Now it's called layers object because it now not only gets the data from lights, but also from all kinds of 3D layers in the composition. Let me go ahead and create a new light. Call it plexus. And if you increase the point size, you'll see there's a black dot here, which is nothing but the light. And you could restrict which layers are actually considered by this layers object. For example, you could put this here, plexus. Now only layers that begin with the name plexus are actually considered. Or you could put in light, and only layers. Now as you see, it's turned off here because only layers with the name light are actually considered. So let's just put this, let's remove this, so all lights in the composition are considered. And you could use both point lights and spotlights, and you can have as many lights as you want in the composition, and you could replicate them in Z space, raise the depth, and do all sorts of transformations like rotations, and you could change the axis here or increase the number of copies, or you could change the rotation center, which itself creates a lot of different variations. And you could override the color from the lights by unchecking the get color from lights. Then you can have your own color. Otherwise, it gets color from the lights in the composition here. Or you could override the opacity to whatever you want. That's what it is. And as I told you before, you can get the data from not just lights, but from all kinds of 3 layers. So let me delete these two and reset the camera and add a null object, and make it 3D and add wiggle for like 100 pixels. Now as you see, the layer is moving everywhere. Now you can duplicate it, have as many as you want. And this is especially useful if you get 3D tracking data into After Effects. You could use the null layers that they export without need to change anything, and you could get that data directly from the composition. Now change the object type to 3D layers, and actually you already got the null layers, that's why you see all this. So let's just put back the copies back to 1, and you can change the layer type to nulls or AV layers, or all the 3 layers in the composition. AV layers are like solids or text layers or anything, and nulls are null objects. So as you can see here, it gets the point data from null objects, and you could add like a lines object here and increase the thickness a little bit, and you could create all sorts of interesting compositions, especially using 3D tracking data. And you could, as usual, you could let me reset everything back to 0. And make a lot of copies and do A lot of cool stuff. So we can have a lot of interesting structures here using null objects. Just put it back to small. So this is the nice overview of the layers object. You can use text layers or any kind of 3D layers in the composition, and it automatically gets the data from all these layers. And hope you guys find it useful, and thank you for watching.